Let's go to our model. We have order basket, we have strings, and we are going to create a new Swift file. Click next, and this is going to be called order. I'm going to create a class called this order, and it's going to conform to identifiable protocol because each order is going to have a unique ID. So let's understand what each order needs to have apart from unique ID, because we need to identify what order this is. So order should have a customer ID with which our shop side application is going to grab the customer ID and get the information about customer from our database. Then the order should have a ordered items, and this is in our case is going to be an array of strings. And also order should have a total amount. So the three things, four actually, including the ID. So it has its own ID, the customer that ordered ID, the order items, which is array of strings, so we know what customer ordered, and the amount, which is our order total amount. So let's create a var ID is string, and we say var customer ID is string, so var order items, and this is array of string items. Let's set it to empty by default, and finally amount is a double. Right, so once we create our order, we need a function to save it to our Firebase so our shop application can access it. So we say func save order to Firestore. And in order to save something to our Firestore, remember, we need to be able to convert our order to key value pairs, which is in other words dictionary or JSON, and then we can put it into our order section. So let's create this Firebase reference.order section, and I'm going to create a document with an ID, which is going to our self ID, and then we're going to say set data, and our data is going to be document key value pairs. And here we are going to need a function that will take our order and convert it into key value pairs. And I'm going to create this function outside of my class, call this func order from, actually order dictionary from order, and this is a type of order, and this will return a string as key and any as value pairs. Here we are going to do the trick that we have done with our order basket, because in our order items we have string objects, but in our order itself we are going to save the IDs of these string objects. So let's create a variable with all string IDs, and this is going to be string. So here we are going to get our array full of all the string IDs that we have in our order. So I say for string in order, and we get ordered items. So for every string we have in our order, we want to take our all strings array and append the ID of that string. So we say string.id. So this will create an array of string IDs for each string. And once we have that, I can say return, and I will create a dictionary with objects and keys, objects for keys here. I'll put braces, and same goes here for our keys. So for objects is going to be order.id. Then we have order.customer ID, and then goes all drink IDs, and finally order.amount. Let's just get rid of this, and then we have for keys, and take this here. For keys, again, remember we need to go one by one. We say KID as NS copying, then it goes K customer ID as NS copying, then we have K drink IDs as NS copying, and finally K amount as NS copying. So get rid of empty lines here. And here at the end, I need to specify that this is as, actually, let's string any. So this will get rid of our error. And what I can do now is to use this function in order to create key value pairs from my drink here. So I'm going to say order dictionary from order, and here I'm going to pass self because this is in our class, and self is basically our class object itself. So this will create our order item. In case if you want to have a callback here, just to see if there are any errors, what we can do is just put curly braces here, error in, and this will be our callback. And in case if there is an error, we say if error is not equals to nil. So if something wrong with the code or with the object and it doesn't save into Firebase, it will give us this error variable so we can know what's the reason that it didn't save it. So we say we can print our error, say error saving order to Firestore, and let's pass our error. I can force unwrap this because I just checked that it's not nil, and then I have a localized description which makes the error more readable. So since we have save order to Firestore function and we have our order class, in our next lecture we will go to our checkout view and create an order object and save it to our Firestore.